Now, coming to diagnostics development in V model and ASPICE. All right. So, what is this diagnostic development in V model and ASPICE? We will briefly touch upon. Now, V model and ASPICE are huge topics, but we will briefly give you an overview about what is this V model. First is the V model is verification and validation model, and second is ASPICE is nothing automotive software process improvement capability determination. Okay. Now, both the models are used to plan, develop, test, validate, and manage diagnostic functions in embedded automotive ECUs. So, what is diagnostic deployment? So, diagnostic deployment refers to engineering lifecycle activities required to specify, design diagnostic functions, example DTC logging, UDC services, OBD2 compliance, and implement them in ECU software. Okay, verify and validate the correct functioning in lab and vehicle environments. All right, so V model is nothing but a methodical structured approach in verifying and validating. Okay, so this is majorly used in many things, whether in ADAS development or powertrain development or cyber security development. In every vertical diagnostic, this V model is extensively used. Now, coming to the V model in diagnostic development, which is the area of interest in the current seminar. The V model is a system development lifecycle model that maps each development stage to corresponding testing phase, creating V shape. So, left side is a development stage, and phase is phase diagnostic activity, requirement system level, define diagnostic needs, emission monitoring, fault detection. And when it comes to system design, define UDS services, session control, ECU level diagnostics, software design, create software modules for DTC handling, live data, and reset functions. Now, when it comes to implementation, develop the actual diagnostic code, whether in AutoSAR or in bare metal C. And when it comes to right side, the testing and validation. Okay, so and when it comes to testing and validation, again there are various types of testing like unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. Okay, diagnostic testing activity, test DTC functions, UDS service handlers individually, test communication stack plus diagnostic services together. Test completion, complete ECU diagnostics on bench or vehicle. Now validate all the diagnostics meet OEM regulatory specifications OBD2. Now V model key principles. Early development step has corresponding test phase. It promotes early detection of issues and ensures traceability from requirements to final validation. Okay, so these are the V model key principles that need to be clearly adhered to or clearly emphasized while developing any vertical through V model. Now, when it comes to ASPICE is a process-based model. Understand the difference between V model and ASPICE very thoroughly. ASPICE is a process-based model for assessing, improving hardware development capability in the automotive domain. Now, when it comes to purpose of ASPICE, ensure quality, consistency, and compliance in software development. Establish repeatable, measurable, and auditable diagnostics development process mandated by OEMs like BMW, Volkswagen, Daimler for supplier software. Okay, so these are all. So this particular process-based model is mandated by OEMs like BMW, Volkswagen, Daimler, and for supplier software. Now, when it comes to ASPICE process levels relevant to diagnostics, system engineering, which is usually called SIS2, define diagnostic needs like DTCs, reset behavior, OBD2 compliance. Okay, and SIS3, which comprise of the system architectural design, allocate diagnostics functionality to ECUs, gateways and tools, and software engineering. When it comes to software engineering, first is software requirements, specify software tool UDS services, DIDs, digital identifications, security access rules. Now, when it comes to SWE.2, software architecture, structure diagnostic modules, and software E3, implement diagnostic code and libraries. And when SWE 4, 5, 6, which comprises of the unit integration system testing. Now here let me point out something. I'm just breezing through this. In case you don't understand right away, don't worry. I'm just trying to put this in as a concise manner as possible. But having said that, ASPICE is a huge module. Again, I have prepared a ASPICE module in Udemy. You are most welcome to see that module for more elaborate understanding. You just understand that it is nothing but a step-by-step methodical development process. Now, when it comes to SUP.1, supplier 1 quality assurance, SUP.9 problem resolution, SUP.10 change request management. All right. So when it comes to ensure diagnostic compliance with internal external standards, handle bugs or issues in diagnostic during testing, manage updates to diagnostic behavior, example add DTCs or services. Okay. So manage updates to diagnostic services or add DTCs services. These are the main sub concepts of ASPICE. Now, how diagnostics is developed using V model plus ASPICE. Okay, now the current area of interest diagnostics, how is this integrated with the V model and ASPICE? So let's go step by step. First is requirement gathering, the input emissions law, OBD2 specifications, customer OEM specifications, and next is output, list of required DTCs, services reset logic. All right, and system software architecture, define where diagnostics are handled, which ECU interface, and decide on use of standards like UDS, keyword protocol 2000, ODX data, AutoSAR. All right. When it comes to detailed design and implementation, implement DTC management, UDC service handlers, memory mapping. All right. And when it comes to testing, as per V model, unit integration, system vehicle, use tools like Cano, Inca, diagnostic testers. Now, coming to the process quality as per ASPICE, ensure every stage is documented, reviewed, tested, and traceable. Now, it comes to logs, test cases, code reviews, tool compliance, example, MISRA for diagnostic code. Okay. All right. So, logs, test cases, code reviews, tool compliance, these are all the various test cases and code reviews which are a part of the process quality. Now, when it comes to example, a live example implementing UDS diagnostic service in V model. Okay, first step in the V model is system requirements. So when it comes to system requirements, ECU must support UDS services, service 0 by 19 to read DTC status. And when it comes to software requirements, define detailed DTC status encoding, response formats, design, map 0 by 19 service to DTC module and communication stack, coding, implement 0 by 19 request handler ISO compliant response. And when it comes to unit test service 0 by 19 code in isolation and mock DTC data. Integration test 0 by 19 within ECU, validate CAN UDS layer integration. When it comes to system test, now these are all the various steps in V model. Understand this carefully. I'm trying to go step by step, and each step, what is the activity which is being accomplished. So when it comes to system test, full vehicle test with the actual scan tools, example Bosch KTS, OEM tool, acceptance test, and when it comes to acceptance test, OEM verifies OBD2 compliance with 0 by 19 reporting. All right. Now, when it comes to benefits of using V model and ASPICE in diagnostics, these are all the various steps. First is in V model, there is traceability. Each diagnostic requirement is linked to design code and test. When it comes to quality and consistency, ASPICE enforces process standardization and quality assurance. And when it comes to early defect detection, V model mandates early and ongoing testing. And next, when it comes to OEM compliance, most OEMs require ASPICE confirmation for diagnostics. And when it comes to scalable and auditable, well suited for large safety critical multi ECU systems. All right, so these are the major benefits of using V model and ASPICE in diagnostics. Basically, V model and ASPICE are a very methodical, structured approach to ensure the quality of the final output. All right, to ensure traceability, to ensure quality and consistency, V model and ASPICE, they very much contribute. So in summary, when it comes to purpose in diagnostics, V model provides a structure to design test cycle with validation at each stage. ASPICE ensure process quality, compliance traceability, and continuous improvement. All right. So hope you got the how diagnostics is embedded or integrated into V model and ASPICE. Thank you.